So you filled out your FAFSA form, got your student aid index calculated, and now you're unhappy, confused, or just don't understand the financial aid packages you've been receiving by the schools. But what if you currently qualify for more financial aid and neither you nor the school actually knew about this? You may have some money left on the table. For example, items that are not on a FAFSA form but may be subsequently considered in a financial aid calculation, in other words, adjusting the student aid index or the cost of attendance, changes in employment status, tuition expenses at elementary or secondary schools, additional family members enrolled in college, and these are just a couple. So what do? You can do what I did a couple years ago. I got a copy of the Federal Student Aid Handbook, and I went to Chapter 5, Special Cases, which definitely this year we have the capability of AI, and I downloaded the Chapter 5, Special Cases chapter into AI, and I said, create a course for me, and I'm going to present that to you here in a few seconds. Now, since YouTube currently is not an online course provider, I have to provide a link to the course so that you can do it at your own pace. I'll give you a QR code and a tiny URL, and I'll also give you reference material, the Federal Student Aid Handbook, again, at the end of this video. To quote the Federal Student Aid Administrator Handbook, it says special circumstances refer to financial conditions that, like the loss of a job, etc., that justify an aid administrator adjusting data elements in the cost of attendance or in the SAI calculation. Now that's huge. You get a result from the FAFSA, but the financial aid administrator has the capabilities of adjusting either the student aid index or the cost of attendance. If you recall, you got the cost of attendance in school and you have your student aid index. The difference between these two is the need. The financial aid administrator is allowed to make changes in the data elements to adjust your SAI, which will increase the need, or to increase the cost of attendance, which too will increase the need. Now, the caveat here is that even though you do have more need, the question is whether this need will be met. This will depend on your child's attractiveness to the school amongst its current batch of applicants. So even though you may have more need, if the school says, well, you're not competitive amongst this batch of applicants, game might be over. Now, after using this Chapter 5 special circumstances many times amongst my clients, we've had some successes, we've had some strikeouts, but regardless, we were competitive with the financial aid officers. At least we started a conversation and we got either a result we wanted, we're happy with, or we went up to bat again a second time. Now, there's nothing new here, just your increased awareness. The course that follows via the QR code runs about 38 minutes and may be worth thousands of dollars. When you get a chance, comment if you found this course useful. We have other financial videos on our YouTube channel. It's at Nestegg-Financial Soup. Again, that link will be at the end of this video. Here's an overview of the course, and I wish you good luck. Thanks.